before you throw dirt on the Warriors season, Golden State sends a message on the last night before the All-Star break. Let's get there. There's Jimmy Butler, fourth game as a Warrior. The Dubs a 500 team coming into this one. Nice ball movement. There's Butler in the corner, got the 3 ball. Warriors up 18 in the third. Next possession, Steph, pump, reposition, and drain it. Warriors up 21. This is their second night of back-to-backs on the road against a really good and younger Rockets team, and somehow they were up to the task. Butler comes back onto the court after going down. He had 19 in this one. Fourth quarter, Ime Udoka benched 3 of his starters to start the fourth. Not happy with his guys. His second unit puts on a run. Ball tipped back. Find Nate Williams, playing in just his 6th NBA game, fueled a run in the third, and then Aaron Holiday. So Jock Landale, 13 points, 8 boards off the bench. The Rockets cut it down to 4. It's down to 2. Curry to Kevon Looney, stumbles, loses it, gets it back. Get it to that man. That is Curry's 203 this season, the 12th time he's reached that benchmark, 3 more than anyone else in NBA history. Later, Rockets down 5. Holiday drives the Euro step. It's back down to 2 after the foul shot. Then Curry to Draymond. Back to Curry. He had 5 threes on the night. Warriors up 7. Butler to Green. Back to Butler. Warriors by 9. Those two playing well together, just getting used to each other. Then Brandon Pajemski to a wide open Draymond, who's knocking down threes. Warriors win it. Dubs get a game over sea level. Here's Steve Kerr on his team heading into the break.
This was a huge game for us, especially after the disappointment of last night. We needed to go into the break feeling good. Winning 3 out of 4 on the road since Jimmy's arrival, I think that's a great sign. So I just feel like everybody is in desperate need of a break, myself included. And I think these next 5 or 6 days will be fantastic for everybody, just to fill up the cup, re-energize, and come back for the stretch run, which is 27 games. It's after the break, it always feels like a sprint, and so I'm excited because I think we've got a lot to look forward to.
Warriors ending on a high note with the Jimmy Butler acquisition, and now they get a win in Houston tonight to get a game above 500. Steph led the way with 27. He's now scored 25 points in 6 straight. As you can see, just the 4th player in NBA history to have 6 straight 25-point games after turning 36. The others, LeBron, Michael, and Karl Malone.
Ohm Youngmisuk joins us now from Houston. Ohm, this is a Warriors team that's played a lot of basketball over the last 8 days. 4th game with Jimmy Butler tonight. How are they describing the chemistry and how the pieces fit together?
Well, the Warriors are 3-1 now with Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy just said in the locker room they should be 4-0. The Warriors feel like they let one slip away last night in Dallas. But I asked Steve Kerr and asked Draymond Green, how would you assess Jimmy Butler so far after 4 games? And their answers were very clear. Steve Kerr said Jimmy Butler is the real deal. He can be a finisher that they so desperately need to help Steph Curry at the end of games. He said he's not like Kevin Durant from a traditional finisher sense, but that he can still get in. He's strong inside. He can get to the line, and he can finish so many games. Draymond Green called him a franchise changer and says that everything has changed, and it is night and day for the Warriors since Jimmy Butler has arrived. It is clear what his impact has been so far through 4 games.
It's why he was so coveted before the deadline. So, Ohm, now 9 days rest. Golden State doesn't return from the All-Star game until next Friday, and then it's 3 of 4 against current playoff teams. How are the Warriors approaching this stretch run?
This is going to be a sprint for them. They have 27 games remaining after the All-Star break. When I sat down with Steph Curry in January, he felt that Golden State, if they got into a playoff series, could beat anyone in a 7-game series because of his championship experience in Draymond Green and Steve Kerr. And now, with playoff Jimmy, he certainly says that feeling remains the same. He says they got to get out of the play-in. The goal is to chase for that 6th spot and catch the Clippers. And if they play anyone in the 7-game series, they like their chances.
19 for playoff Jimmy, 27 for Steph, and a good road win to finish out the first half. That's Ohm Youngmisuk in Houston. Thanks, Ohm.
The next generation of NBA superstars convening in Minneapolis tonight. You got the NBA points leader, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and going to the Ant Farm to take on Mr. Edwards and the Timberwolves. And here he comes, Edwards. Ant on Chet Holmgren. Chet's just been back a few games after missing months with a pelvic fracture. Grew up in Minnesota. That is a rough homecoming for Mr. Holmgren. The fans are going nuts. Yeah, you threw down on his head right there. Here he comes again. Ant had some words for Chet, too. Like, can you believe I just did that to you? Third quarter, Thunder down 2. Here comes SGA. Misses. But Isaiah Hartenstein rips it out of Edwards' hands. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander for the easy one. He had just 24 points, 8 below his season average. Edwards the miss. Naz Reid there for the rebound. Oh, tough shot and one. Timberwolves up 7 after the foul shot. Then off the miss. Terrence Shannon Jr. kicks it out to Ant. Little up fake. Splash. Minnesota up by 10 heading into the fourth. Naz Reid, one of the best sixth men in the game, got the start tonight and responded with a huge one. Goes to the left hand, 27 points, 13 boards, 7 assists. Later in the fourth, Mini by 16. Edwards over Holmgren again, this time from outside. He had 23 points on the night. Timberwolves rolling. No Rudy Gobert, no Mike Conley, no Julius Randle, didn't matter. Jaden McDaniels here in the paint. Wolves shorthanded, but they beat the best team in the West by 15. Here's Chris Finch on this one.
I think to me it's a lot about just approach, having kind of a killer mindset. I think we've done a better job focusing in over the last month or so, but I think there's another level to go for us. I think there's no more learning about who we are. There's no more rough spots. Like we got to go. We've seen enough what we can do, whether we're healthy or banged up, that we have to be ready to go every single night.
At the NBA All-Star break, let's go through the top plays of the first half of the season. Started in France, the Spurs there, which means Victor Wembanyama's there. And look at that, little French pastry off the window. C'est magnifique. Wemby, yes, he is an alien. The pre-production on this top play really good. Off the charts. Wembanyama.
We've blown the budget here. No effects on number 9. Only Nikola Jokic on the same day, by the way. Look at that. Now, almost looks at times as if this whole exertion thing is a burden for him, right?
Oh, there's some pre-production there. Look at that.
66 feet. I sold us short. Joker is averaging, really sold us short. Joker is averaging a triple-double. What a shot.
We're only at 8. Grizzlies and Nets. Ja Morant. What do you got, Ja? Oh, throws it into the spin cycle, goes up 360 degrees of separation, and then later does it again. 2 acrobatic finishes in the same game, and Ja's not done with top plays of the first half of the NBA season. More to come from him.
All right, February 4th, Cavs, Celtics, Donovan Mitchell over Kristaps Porzingis. This was the top play out of any play on February 4th. That was wild. Spida. And the Cavs playing better than anybody, David.
Let's go back to November 10th. Rockets, Pistons, Amen Thompson, the steal for Jalen Green. Right there. Takes the escalator up over Cade Cunningham. I mean, Jalen's giving away a few inches on Cunningham, but the jetpack, good for liftoff into outer space.
Thompson just getting warm on these top plays of the first half. February 3rd at the Garden. Oh, my Lord. Call an orthopedic surgeon. That's Thomas crossing up Precious Achiuwa. And my knees are buckling there. Ankle surgery needed. Achiuwa's on skates.
If you're only watching these highlights, you'd think that Kristaps Porzingis was having a miserable first half of the season. Look what Ja Morant did to him. Basically goes up, down, and then back up. Yes, like Vinsanity.
We could do a whole lot of Anthony Edwards in this top 10. Instead, we give you this at number 3. Oh, over Anthony Black. He just cocked it back took flight. And look out below. Edwards had a poster tonight. That may have been better than any, maybe in his career.
January 7th, Hawks Jazz tie game. 3 seconds left. Trae Young gets the ball, chucks from the other side of the court. Bang! Ice Trae. Very chilly in the arena. Hawks win at the buzzer. He's dropping ice cubes from 50 feet away.
Tremendous production value. I sold us way short. Number one, look at LeBron. Up, over, switching hands, and yoking it on Derek Lively. The king, you bet. 40 years old, still flying high.
Wanna try to boast at what I look like. Think I'm gonna try to wear I pull up all brains. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's NBA over here, feeling fun.